Test. That looks good. All right. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel. My name is Dave, and I'm a wood turner. I started turning as therapy for PTSD, found out that I had a knack for it, and I fell in love with it. And then I started teaching it and fell in love with that too. So I started this channel to become a better teacher, a better demonstrator, and a better turner, because the secret sauce to all of this is practice. I'll talk about that a lot. There is no shortcut. You have to have the windshield time, whatever you want to call it. You got to be behind the lathe. You got to put the time in. But you can improve your tool handling skills. You can improve your turnings. You just got to take the time. Anyway, last week, I think it's that button. Yes, I got started on this guy, and I didn't finish it. This was last Wednesday. I got to carving the lobes of the pumpkin. I still have a few more to go, and then the lid needs to be carved as well. So I wanted to just finish this piece on the broadcast. Figured, what the heck? So let's move this out of the way. Now I do need to work on the lid here. I think you can see the pencil marks here. Let me maybe a little closer. Could be the glare. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So you can see the pencil marks there. I've got 3 different ideas where I might put the leaves. And looking at let's get my marks lined up here. At my marks, I think I want these 2 leaves at the front. I won't do the 3rd leaf. We'll carve all that stuff away. But I think I'm just going to do those 2 leaves right there. And I still have to carve the rest of the stem for the pumpkin. So I want to take care of this bit first before I jump onto this, so that when this is all finished being prepped, which is what I'm going to do, then I can just go through carving everything. I don't have to, in theory anyway, stop and switch things around a bit so that I can get back to carving. I want to try to get all of that ready to go now. So I'm using the chuck here just to hold on to the piece. I am going to cut away a lot of this. One, to make room for me to get my Dremel down in there, which, I've got the extension, so it's got not much of a nose. I don't need a whole lot of room, but I need to be able to cut into those lines. So let's see, where's my X's? There they are. These were the 2 I wanted to keep. And I think I will have, I can't decide whether I should have it. I think what I want to do is have the stem come just off this way. So it's kind of raked back a little bit, as opposed to, because otherwise, I could go either direction. I just need to get enough room to get in to get those lines and carve out that relief, and shape the leaf and all that. So I'll need room to get in there. Fortunately, again, like I said, I've got that extension, so it's got a blunt nose where I'm not using the actual Dremel that it has. If you've used Dremels, and you're aware that it has a wide nose and not much reach. I could do it straightforward, but I think I want to the stem to be off to the left a bit, I mean, I could do anywhere. I could do straight back, but then you wouldn't see the bend that I'd like to put in this thing. And this should give me a lot of room to play with. So we'll see that line and that line. So I'll just cut these away with the saw. And the rest I can carve away or carve as I need to with the Dremel. So let's see, this would be the front. You would see this looking straight on, and yeah, I guess you would see the crook go off the back, so that works. That little crook in there will still be visible. All right, so I'm just gonna cut these away. I should have marked it where it is going to be. The cut itself is going to be as wide as, it's not going to cut the tenon down there any smaller. It should come right over the top of it. Yep. All right, and then this side. I think that might be a little thin. Yep. Well, let's see. I need a little cheater, so let's grab something small. Oh, that'll work. So I just need to take the line down a little bit. So I'm going to use this little cheater to offset where the cut's going. On it right. Right there. There we go. That's got it started. Right at the top of it. Cool. All right, now I need to find that. Oh, there it is. Little pieces I cut off, so I'm not walking around an uneven floor. Okay, so that's done. Actually, since it's going that way, I could cut this part off too. So I'll do that, so I don't have to carve it. Not that that would take long, but. Okay. Now, while I'm running the Dremel, I'm going to be wearing earplugs, but I should still have no issue hearing speech chat. I've got all this turned up. And you shouldn't hear much of the Dremel anyway. This microphone should drown at least that out. So I feel pretty confident that any talking I might do, you'll be able to hear. All right, let's set this guy aside for now. Be breaking out a little piece of equipment I haven't used in a while. That's really, really helpful for things like this. My Mike Mahoney carving stand. It's very, very nice. Okay, so looking at this is going to be the front. Oh, wrong X. Well, what do you know? So the crook will be to the left there. And I should still be able to get in there once I carve this. This has to be carved out quite a bit. So I'll have this leaf and that leaf. But that is after this is done. And I get to try out my new little carbide bits. These are double cut, fluted. Nice. I'm looking forward to checking these out. Let's turn this guy down a bit, just like that. Whoops. Drop some. Hold on a moment. Knocked one of my tools off the lathe. Okay, what was I doing here? I've got this. That's ready to go. Oh, I know what I was doing. Huh, interesting. You know, I'm curious. I'm going to take a peek. I had a friend, Captain OB, who is, I think he's finally streaming, say that he did not catch my stream last week. All he saw was a 2-hour stream starting soon screen. So I'll wait for the computer to catch up here. My goodness. So bear with me. It's just the fantastic internet speeds that I have here in my little part of Traverse City. I couldn't say it's my little part, but where I set up housekeeping anyway. It's a pity it's the only game in town other than satellite, and I just although Elon, crazy old Elon there, he's got all those satellites in. I don't know how many he's losing a day, how many are falling back in. I think it was a few a day, especially with the CMEs happening, all the crazy space weather. And why is this taking forever? Let me refresh the page. So I'm trying to log in and it's not bringing up the login. And I don't know if I can do anything about that on my phone. Let's see. You know, it's showing me playing, so showing me live. So I was just curious because nobody has logged into speech chat. I was just curious if there might be anybody with me already. 8:15. And to double check that that my stream is actually playing. So I'm not sure what happened there, Mike. Hopefully you're watching this evening. I'm not sure what happened, but I was streaming last week, and this is the project that I started. So should be able to catch that on my YouTube. But I will double check everything again once the stream is over this evening. Cleaning my glasses here real quick. Okay, let's get to carving. Can't wait to try these new bits out. In go the earplugs. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to move this camera and clean it off real quick because it looks very blurry to me on my computer screen. Looks a little bit better. Cover up the computer. Okay. So hopefully these new bits, the bit I was using was working just fine. But these are the double fluted whatever. What in the world? Oh, do I have to adjust my brushes again? Bet you I do. Alright. It's not quite time for new brushes yet, but well look. I have the brushes that I need. We'll take a real quick gander here at this Dremel. They do have brushes that need to be replaced every now and then. Let's unplug this dude so we don't have any unhappy accidents. Alright, we'll go this side. You know, I think, well, I'll just show you the spring when I take it out. There we go. So these are, if you're unfamiliar, these are the brushes. It's just a piece of carbon on a spring. It rides on the rotor. So, and when they don't contact well, the unit won't start or it'll sputter, hesitate. So the brushes in your Dremel are something you do want to keep an eye on. It is a frangible object. That's why they sell them as repair sets. You can buy the brushes. Basically, most of the box stores have. Well, not even in the camera, have the brushes. It's just a little spring with carbon on the end. Now, I'll bring this a little bit closer. You can kind of see it's got an angle to it. That's where it's been riding on the rotor. So what I normally do when I put it back in is I turn it around so that the high side now is in a different spot. And try to give just a little bit more tension or stretch to the spring, but not much. You don't want to really deform it or anything. It's just giving it just a little bit more push, when the spring is compressed. And eventually we'll get that memory. Excuse me. I'm going to turn off the mic for a sec. Pardon me while I clear my throat. So now let's give it a test. I had this trouble once when I was using a foot pedal. There we go. And I thought it was the foot pedal the whole time. It turns out it was the brushes. You plugged in there properly. Oh, I'm not sure, but it is not difficult to carve with them. Oh, well, it looks like it made fairly quick work of that. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I just remembered I'm probably going to need to wear a mask too. Still, that won't or shouldn't impede me hearing what the chat box says when you type something in the chat. Now it almost seems like it's the switch. Should be running faster. Alright, let's double check all the connections here. Oh, you know what? I wonder if there's dust in there. Let me throw on the compressor. We'll blow that dude out. This would be a really short. Well, not that I knew I could get the micro level. That would work just fine. If this isn't going to work, that's what I'll do. Give me access to the burner too if I want. I don't know if I'm going to cut anything into this thing. All right, well, let's find out if I need the micromotor. It actually seems like it's running at the right speed, but it does also seem to be wavering. I'm not sure what's causing that. Definitely like I was using a pedal for it. Well, a double flute definitely has given me a fairly clean cut. Very nice. I guess I should be more on the camera view, huh? You know, I don't know if I'm sold on this one. Alright, I'm going to take a break and put the mask on. It's just creating some dust, and I really don't want to breathe it. Okay. All right. It really is. Though leaving me a nicer surface than the other carbon bit did. So really nice to clean off. I think though, well, I think it's kind of half a dozen of one and 6 of the other, but I think the other carving bit works for this a little bit better. I'm going to swap over once I'm done with this side and put that to the top. I don't want to have to carve this twice, but I can use this to clean up. Whereas the other one, carves a little bit faster. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm gonna swap back over and see. Test that out. I think I'm gonna have to shorten that shaft a little bit too. It's just a 1/8 inch shaft and be some flex there. Yeah, about the same. But I am getting a better finish with the other tool, so I guess that's not bad. Although for that bit, this is a better tool. Right down into the crevice of the lid there. If it's not really a crevice, but so back to this guy. Let me see, I'm going to adjust this camera back just a bit. This is okay, let me try to get a little bit more center frame there. Huh. All right. Well, both are working fine, but I gotta go a little bit slower with this one. But I get a better signal. So that's cool. That works. And I did take the time. Like I said, I swear I had some battery operated key lights. The only thing I can figure is I must have used them all up for, the candle holder displays or something like that. But all right, enough of that. I'm not going to fight this thing. We're going to the micro motor, so I'll bring that out and set it up. Have to investigate what's happening here later. So let's unplug that guy. And I will be right back. Main issue for this is, I think, well, I'll have to look. But I think, oh no, I've been able to use this. So it's a 1/8 inch collet. And this is a unit that I'm not sure if he still makes it, Jack Bessery. But this is just a really nice unit. It's my favorite little carving motor. Because it's also got wood burning capability and very high temp too. I can quite a range of values I can adjust to. And I tell you, this thing can get plenty hot. Hot enough that you can actually carve wood. Okay. That bit. This might be too, well, it's about the same length as it would be in a Dremel. Oh, that's a lot quieter. You know what? I can take out these earplugs. Sweet. So I'll do that. They're kind of wrapped around the tabs of the mask there. Just tucked in. Cool. I still have used ear protection for this little guy because of that. But not actually hearing much about the motor, which is nice. It's a quiet little unit. So if I remember correctly, Jack Bessery is a deadhead, so he likes to tune in. I don't know if he has. I'm sure he's got the albums and whatnot, unless there is a dedicated radio station like we have here in TC, which I think is hilarious. They only played the Grateful Dead tunes. I think it's 101.1 if you're in Traverse City. Grateful Dead channel. Yep, the other bit is better for getting right down into those little crevices. So that's what I'm going to use that for. This one's not as good. Of course, I'm going to get, extra sound too, since these are basically cutouts. So not much wood holding it. I mean, there's wood there. It's definitely got a bridge, but it's not solid like the back of it. Yeah, this one's marking up the other side. What I need, I think, is one of these with nothing on the ball end. But the other one cutter has got teeth on it too on the end, but it doesn't seem to cut like this one. Single flute. So we'll just use that one to clean up those little crevices. But it is starting to look like a carved pumpkin, hey? Yep, that would be why I wouldn't be wearing earplugs with that sound right there. Alright. Nice, it's cutting really cleanly, but I gotta be careful that it doesn't burn the wood. Or at least if it does it, I can carve that away. And the other one's a little bit better at that. Cutting that little notch. This one wants to burn the wood. Again, I feel fortunate that I was able to go on a scholarship from Marymount. Being a disabled veteran, so that was cool. So I don't want to waste the time. Gotta put these new ideas to work, to the test. See what sinks, see what swims, floats, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having this guy done and putting a light in it. And I suppose next time I do something like this, it should be a little bit further out than 2 days away from whatever the celebration or holiday or whatever is. This definitely wasn't done for Halloween, but that was the idea. This dude is almost finished. Let's see. Really glad I carved out the face now, because I'd hate to have to try to cut that before, after this was all done. Oh, buddy, yep, that is a lot of dust. Glad to be wearing a mask. At some point, I'll get one of those positive displacement headsets. Especially since I hear they've come down in weight. Always gotta be kind of cognizant of stuff like that. Especially other units that, you know, the entire thing sits on your head, because I have a cervical fusion and a lot of weight on my head makes things ache. So it is very nice to hear that a lot of the newer models don't weigh that much. Granted, they're spendy. So of course, you know, I gotta save up for it, but definitely believe it will be worth the expense. Alright, so it's time to change over to the single fluted bit. Whoo, man, I should probably blow some of this off. So, if you were inclined to do so, it's definitely something you could do while listening to tunes. Alright, just a quick once over on these other guys. Let's straighten that. Okay. Oh, missed that one. Switch over to this other bit. See, it's got. Oh, I guess it really doesn't. Well, that's probably why it's better at it. There's no real cutter on the end of this one. So that is why it's much better down in those crevices. Huh, no, I'm wrong about that too. So I guess it doesn't really, I mean, all things being equal, I think I'll switch over to the double flute. I'll just get a better finish. Okay, so I want to clean up the outside of that. I was going to use, got another bit I want to give a whirl to. And a round nose rod. So that'll give me a wide flat surface to, in theory, clean this stuff up on. What's the deal? Oh, duh. A little bit more light here. Usually I'll put this piece, let me bring this back over here. Yeah, there we go. I want to have light shining on it from a couple different angles so I can see where any tool marks might be and clean them off. Yeah, this bit's working really nicely. Oh yeah, it's really doing wonders for the surface of this thing. Very cool. So I looked up what I look up. I looked up Dremel bits, but come on, Dave, get the brain working here. Good evening. Hey, good evening. How are you? Dremel double fluted. I want to say carbon, but golly, come on. It'll come to me anyway. Just look for them on Amazon and found a nice set that looked like it might be fun to play with and practice with. And if it helps me with my carving, so much the better. And this is really a nice surface cleanup tool. So, Mav K14, what part of the world are you in, man? I'm streaming from Traverse City, Michigan at this point. And that would be United States if you're not familiar with. You could be in another part of the world. But thanks for joining the channel, the broadcast. Appreciate it.
NAP_K14 said, across Lake Michigan.
Aha. Well, that could be Wisconsin, Illinois. Maybe even, depending on where, Canada. And so, very cool. All right. Still in there, yep. So it's not, clearly I'm not super a whole lot in the camera view here. I'm trying to keep the light where I can see tool marks. Just cleaning them up really quick. I'm not gonna, if I do sand this thing, the grit I'm going to use is fire. But because it's spalted wood, spalted maple, I think I'm going to leave it au natural. I might hit it. Well, let's see. I might hit it with cherry waku. I mean, I don't have any right now, but that might give just the tiniest red tint. Hey, very cool. I can understand that in a way. I mean, it's fresh water. My experience with that is being in the Pacific Ocean and camping out on the beaches and stuff. So not a freshwater and or a permanent residence, really. But very, very cool. I can see the allure. If not the price tag. Ah. Alright, coming up on being done with the main body of the jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, it's working really nice to clean this up. This is very cool. You're right if it looks a little bit rough, because we're mimicking a squash, right? A pumpkin.
NAP_K14 said, I love woodworking.
Very, very cool. Are you a turner by chance, or just you have any experience wood turning? Are you a flat boarder? Most of my forays into woodworking till about, I don't know, 20 2014 or so. Was all flat work.
MKB_K14 SIG. Flat forwarder.
Okay. I have occasionally taken boards and turned them into things on the lathe. But I don't do a whole lot of flat work anymore.
SIG. Made an impression check.
Oh, very cool. What timber did you use? And do you have Facebook, Instagram, whatever, where I can see it? Because that's
impressive. MKB_K14 SIG. Time.
okay. Very, very cool. Hopefully, there's a chance to see it sometime. That'd be really cool. Seeing creative stuff from all over the place. I think it's awesome. I still use, I guess, I guess even some of the tools. Some of my flat knowledge in wood turning, some of the tools even. But it seems to be the same wherever you go. Depending on what kind of woodworking you get into, it's gonna kind of depend, or gonna kind of dictate what your budget looks like after buying a couple tools. They all have their specific uses. With the lathe, you can make things round, but you can do that with other things. It's just easier with the lathe. Okay, that is all cleaned up, except for that bit. Okay. So that one worked really well. I've got this rounded edge rod, but then I've got another one that it's a just cut off face. But I was gonna try that one out next, but don't need to. That worked out really well. Okay, so now it's on to good. The lid, which I thought I misplaced. And I'm going to start with the stem. I really should put, I think I'll use this guy. I should be able to. I got these little 1mm bits. The ones are used with, come on, Jim Scarcella's class were micromotor 3/32 of an inch of a shaft. This particular micromotor is 1/8 of an inch, but I was able to find 1mm bits pretty easily. So I ought to be able to cut through this. These are titanium coated. Man, these are zipping right through. Very cool.
MKB_K14 SIG. Facebook Maverick Camper.
Oh, very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'll check it out, man. Nope, don't use that for that. Okay, so we got the crook. Be something like that. We have to shape that, but let's cut the lines for where the leaves I want to use. This is the front here. Turn that off for a second. Put this back up here on the pumpkin. Of course, all my X's are gone now. So that should be somewhere in there, maybe. Let's see. How about there? Nope. How about there? Oh, I have more to go. Let's see. That one is there. Try it on. I guess it's not going to matter super much, but I think it was. Ah, there it is. There we go. It can't be it. Doesn't matter. I want these two leaves. So we're going to kind of trace those out, cut those out. Whoops, with this 1mm bit. If I don't continue to knock things off my lathe and possibly break them, let's see if that, hey, cool. It did not break. So know that this will cut the outsides of the leaves for me really nicely. Okay. All right. That should be good. And then it's this one. Okay. That's that bit done. That worked really nicely. Let's go for this guy again. Nope, not that one. Let's go with that one. Wish there was an easy way to do this too. Whoops. That's what's happened. The cord is running up against the switch there, the speed control. Never mind. The idea I can try out next time. I got most of this done already. I'm thinking of a way I could speed this up. I think it was coming out a little bit. Doesn't vibrate as much as holding a Dremel does. Although, to be fair with the extension on the Dremel, I don't really feel that so much as when I'm holding the unit. It just gives me some troubles. Get all tingly and stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to a ball. And since I cannot change the collet in this dude, we'll go with this ball and see if I can use this. I don't really have a good... Yeah, that's not... It's barely cutting a thing. Well, it's a good thing I grabbed 2 of those. Where's the other one? Unless, of course, that's not a 1/8 inch. Oh, looks like it is. Let's see, I guess I'll have to get this with another bit. All right. Alright. This is a really nice thing, of one of the nice things anyway. There's lots of nice things about this unit, but One of the biggies is the quick change. Alright, that is more or less the stem. Let's turn that off for a second. Now I gotta work on the leaves. And let's see, do I want to change my bit here? Yes, I do. So before I start undercutting these leaves, come on, man. I want to give them a little bit of shape first. Give them some 3D. deep. Let's do. And let's get this one a little bit deeper. Time for the smaller ball. Whoop.
Values.
Hey, hey! How's it going, Abbott? Yeah. Thanks for.
Values. Just working during the Zoom webinar. Values.
Okay.
I am doing good.
Good deal. Glad to hear it, man. Been looking at the radar imagery for all the frickin' smoke, man. We're still being surrounded by. How's it going your way? Still going a little bit north of you, isn't it? Let's see. Let's take this guy.
Values. 0 smoke here.
Oh, okay. It is surrounded Lake Michigan, at least on the Illinois side. Pretty thick over there. At least what it looks like on the satellite imagery. I say, man, you work some interesting hours there, Abbott. Just an observation. I've done tons of.
Looks like it is half smoke from the northwest Canada and half from the southern U.S.
Okay. Yeah, there's a. It's not just Canada that's on fire. I'm not trying to insinuate that. A lot of stuff out there kind of makes it seem like the whole gosh darn thing is a dumpster fire. Okay, so no, I want a little bit more down in there.
Values. I assume it was all from Canada. I didn't know there was anything from the southern dust until I checked the fire website.
Yeah, we've got stuff going on too, and it's not just these two countries, it turns out. Okay, now it's time to undercut a little bit. And I wanted to use a different bit that I have, but I don't think I'm going to get away with that.
Said, man, that is his cool bowl.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, this is the jack-o'-lantern I started last week. So just about, I got a little bit of carving to do on the lid. The jack-o'-lantern itself is done. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Carving the leaves, and then I got to carve, the flutes where the lobes meet. At some point, it's really not going to matter because this lid's going to be moved around all over the place. But at least for me, that's basically how I wanted it. So we'll see where it goes from here. Ah, man, I really wish I could use this guy. This guy would be awesome. This is a little double fluted, and it's like a 1 millimeter ball. 1 millimeter ball end, and it's double fluted. How they manage that, I don't know, but this thing really chews up the real estate. Don't think I'm going to be able to get away with using this, but I'm going to try to use. Whoops! No! Don't lose that collet, because that collet fits that. Oh yeah, I've got this guy. Oh, but it's the wrong shaft size. How about this guy? Wrong shaft size. Oh, it'd be perfect. Oh, I wish my Dremel was working. I'm pretty sure of this because this has got to clamp down. I'm pretty sure this won't work. Yep. All right, so I'm going to go with this bit here and see. I can undercut. I'm going to lift this leaf off the surface. As much as I can get away with. I think I need to extend this bit out a little bit. Let's try that. A little bit of vibration, but I need to reach. There we go. What in the world? Stop that. Then I need an undercut here. Sorry, that's not in camera view. Oh, maybe it is from overhead. We'll undercut this just a bit. We want that point of that leaf to fold over. You can see that in the camera. tap all that really fine sawdust out of there. So I've got my little stalk for the leaf here. And that's all undercut. I think that's going to be deep enough. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm going to have to shape that there. That's going to fold over. I have to shape this there. So let's cut this under a little bit more. Okay. Then I need to undercut here. A little bit there. Okay, that's undercut. I'd love to be able to just blow this out, but I've got a mask on, so I'm having to stop myself from taking a breath and blowing because it's not going to do me any good. Let's see. Nope, that needs to come all the way down too. So I'll need to undercut. There. Alright. Now I think I can try this ball again. Nope, need this light. That is not the tool I want to use. So I'll have to go back to this guy. There we go. Whoops. Hey, stop. Around all these corners and edges. No, I'm really not super comfortable with that dude either because it gets grabby when it goes around the corner. That's working out much better. So I can round off these leaves. Let's see. There we go. I'll take this one up, that one down. Just like that. Now the other leaf. Getting the light in the right spot sometimes is kind of critical. Okay. That's probably not the best. I can see that the camera has gotten a little dusty. That's better. So here you can see, with this light off maybe. Well, it just looks like it's so glared out. There we go. That's a better. You can see I've got them really undercut. Even the stems for the leaves. And now I'm going to cut these flutes. And this guy should be done. Wow. 2 hours of carving. Not too bad considering. Alright, so let's see. I think that's not quite right. Will that do it? No. You know, I suppose probably not going to matter a ton. There we go. That looks pretty close. So depth there. Easy there, cowboy. That one up further. And I think I've come full circle there. Let's get rid of those points. And then just need to shape these guys. Fine. I will use my left hand then. That way I won't skate off. Hmm. now. Wants to get away from me a little bit. All right, that's that part. Let's go back with what? How about, no, not that guy. This guy. Hey. Oh, God. Jim Croce just crooning in my head. Well, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you. What I said, say can't wait. I know you'd understand. Every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Okay, and then what? And I think that's it. So that lines up, okay, it's all right. It's not meant to be a tight-fitting lid. It's meant to be a jack-o'-lantern, right? It's not gonna be perfect. That's okay. So let's do this. Whew! A lot of dust. A lot of carving, a lot of dust. What are we looking at? 10 o'clock? That's not bad. 2 hours of carving. Let's see. Bear with me for a sec because I need this to settle down. So I'll let that dust settle just a bit. I'm going to blow my schnoz. So I'm going to turn the mic off for a sec. Still broadcasting. What is this stream starting soon thing? What the heck? How did that happen? Sorry about that. Yep, I'm going to turn the mic off for a sec while I blow my nose. Okay. That was probably a little bit too loud. Sorry about that. So we are going to take this dude, move that guy over. See, we're no longer in the center. Ah, we have come loose. Why are we coming loose? Stop. right about there. And then up a little bit. Sort of, kind of. It should not be like that. While I mess with the camera. Sorry, folks. I must have bumped into this one more than once. All right, so let's see. If I take this and I do that. So we have our little jack-o'-lantern there. Let's take his lid off.
Say, look.
Put the candle in that dude. That's pretty cool, man. Oh, wrong direction. Right on, and you can see the shadows from the leaves up top, how they're undercut. That's cool. You can definitely see where all the flutes go through, where they should be. Even if they don't line up, it's okay. It's clear that it's meant to at some point, right?
That is, say, oh yeah, awesome.
Something like that. Anyway, so there we are. I wanted to have that.
Scaling, awesome.
Thank you. All right, so that was for the Halloween there. I guess I was a little bit late, but
That is, say, are you staining it?
I have not made that decision yet because it is got some spalting.
Ready for Halloween 2026.
Yeah, right. You can't really see it on the camera, I guess, but there's some spalting in here. It's not a ton though, so I might.
That is, say, so just an oil?
So if I do, so just an oil, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That something really light. I don't want to change the color of it really. I mean, I could paint it, and who knows, man. I might decide, but I want to do it in such a way that's really subtle color because I really want the wood grain to be more upfront and center. So there we are. I think that's cool, man.
That is, said, yeah, you need to the wood to show through. Sure,
Yeah.
orange dye.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was thinking that too, but again, really, really watered down. But I think I'm gonna have to mix. I don't know. I'll see what I can find within my aniline dyes, but I do have alcohol dyes that might be pale enough if I water them down or thin them down. I won't water them down. Clearly, it'll probably be alcohol 90%, 98% IPA. So yeah, that's cool, and the yeah, you can really see just from the shadows. That's really cool. I'm gonna try something here really quick. If I remembered to leave that thing out here, I didn't, did I? I had it, but then I moved it because I'm a goon. What will this do? I'll wash it out. Anyway, you got the idea. I'll put better pictures of it up on Instagram. But yeah, I'm on the fence. I really want my whole idea was that I wanted the grain, the wood itself, to be the main attraction here. Um, yeah. So sorry, I don't have a clear answer for that yet. So I guess I am going to clean up a little bit in there in the face, and then this guy will be done. And I'm going to use this guy again just to get any burn marks or tool marks out of there. Just going to do a light touch. I'm not really concerned if it, looks like it was cut. I just want it to be kind of smooth. So that looks like it was cut as opposed to gouged out, if that makes any sense. But there's a burn mark right there and there I want to get rid of, so this won't take long. And I can clean up any weird marks pretty quickly if I got the right light. So, it just looks cleaner. It's basically it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want some of those marks out of there, just to give it a more finished appearance. Whoa! Of course you did. Well, I'll be gluing that back in. Of course you did. A little piece break out, but I can glue that back in. Or not. I mean, it's a jack-o'-lantern, man. Maybe it doesn't matter. Go back to the days when they were carving pumpkins with a big kitchen knife like Michael Myers carried around when he was a young boy on his first kill. I just find horror movies, I think, are more comedic for me. Gotta have the old trope. Hey, let's split up. Oh, okay, that's a good plan. Did you hear that noise? Let's go inside and look. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good, man.
That is, say, let's go make out in the wood chopping shed.
Right, yeah, exactly. Surrounded by chainsaws and axes and stuff. No, this is a perfect place. Hide behind a little tiny stool. Do you think they'll notice? Yeah, I think they'll see you. It's not a good hiding spot. And if they're moving slow and you have the chance to run, why aren't you running? I don't understand. Oh, no, don't lose it. Ah, don't lose this. Don't you lose this. Let's see, how would that go in there? That's if I can replace that. I think I'll have to figure it out later. Because that's why, because I'm looking at the wrong spot. So it needs to go in right here. So I'll keep that little piece in there. That's all cleaned up now. All those little tool marks out of the carvings. I'll just have to fix that or not, and maybe I won't. Like I say, it's meant to be a jack-o'-lantern, and that happens when you're carving pumpkins, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right. Ta-da! Very cool. That was fun. And it was fun to be able to practice the little carving techniques and stuff that I picked up from Jim Scarcella's class. I really think that being able to take that class has made a big difference, or will make quite a difference in my carving game. So far, it looks like it has. That's just really. See, I have not been able to get that much detail before this class. So, thank you, Jim, very much for teaching that class. So anyway, um, that'll be cool. Like, opened up some possibilities for me, so that's great. Let's turn that dude off. All right, so it is bordering on 20 after 10. Um, and I had ideas on stuff to turn, but right now, what I have to work with is green wood. So I'm not going to start a project. I guess it wouldn't matter. I could finish it tomorrow. But you know what? I've got to get some things ready for tomorrow anyway. Drop off some things for holiday market. Um, Helping some friends move some other things for another market. Anyway, long it doesn't matter. I got done with this project. I think it's really cool. I'm very pleased with the way it came out, except for that last little bit that broke out there. But I don't think anybody's gonna. Probably nobody's gonna notice. Probably nobody's gonna even notice. So like that. For anybody that came in late, my name is Dave, and I'm a woodturner. I started this channel. Well, I started turning actually as therapy for PTSD, and found out I had a knack for it. I fell in love with it. Then I started teaching it and fell in love with that too. So I started this channel to become a better teacher and a better demonstrator and a better turner, because the secret sauce to all this is practice, 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 and this is more practice time for me too. I want to thank you very much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to wrap this up about half an hour, 40 minutes early, but that's okay. I'll be back again tomorrow night. We'll start a brand new project. I hope you'll join me.
That
Thank
is
you again for the
said.
support.
Great stream. Catch you
Uh,
tomorrow.
Thank you. Look forward to it. I hope you all stay friendly. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and hope to see you tomorrow night right here, 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, Wood Turning Wednesday, right here on Twitch. Thanks again, folks. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.